All right, we are going to be solving systems of linear equations using what is called the substitution method. The substitution method is exactly that. Where two things are equal to each other, we can remove the one and substitute in the other part. So what we're going to be doing is, the first thing we need to make sure of is we need to solve one of the equations for one of the variables. If one of the equations is not already x equals or y equals, then we need to solve it for that. Then what you're going to do is you're going to substitute that equation into the other equation for that variable. There should only be one variable left at this point. Then we solve for that variable. We substitute the answer back into the other equation for that variable, then solve again. Your answer will be x comma y, that point. Remember, you can always check your answer by plugging the point x comma y into each equation to make sure it works in both. All right, so let's give this a shot. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off here, and it says y equals 3. So what I know is this one's actually a really nice problem because it already gives me half of my answer. It tells me y is equal to 3. But I also am going to use this to substitute in. So it says y equals 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 3 and I'm going to plug it in where I see y in the other equation. And now at this point, we're going to solve. So we minus our 3, divide by our 2, so x would equal 0. So my ordered pair, that is the solution to that system, is 0, 3. All right, let's try this one. So here, once again, they give me part of my answer. They tell me that x is equal to 4. Now I'm going to take that and plug that in for the x. So it'll be 2 times 4 plus 3y, and that equals 5. Well, 2 times 4 is 8 plus the 3y. Now we start to solve, so I minus my 8 from both sides. That gives me 3y is equal to negative 3. I divide by 3, so y equals negative 1. So my solution would be 4, negative 1. Okay, so now on this one, we don't know exactly what y is, but we know that it is equal to x minus 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug that in to the y. So now I have 4x minus 2 times x minus 3, and that equals 12. Well, now what that means, remember, is we would take this negative 2, and we are going to distribute it through. So that's going to give me 4x minus 2x. Negative 2 times the negative 3 is going to give me a positive 6, and that equals 12. The next thing I'm going to do is combine my like terms. So 4x minus 2x is 2x plus 6 equals 12. And now we're going to solve. So I'm going to minus 6. So 2x equals the 6. I'm going to divide by 2. So x equals 3. So I know part of my solution is x equals 3. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 3 and I'm going to plug it back into that equation. So what that looks like is as follows. So now we know y is equal to the x value, which was 3, minus 3. Well, 3 minus 3 is 0. So my y value is 0. So my ordered pair would be 3, 0. Okay, let's try another one here. So here it tells me that y is equal to negative 3x plus 5. So I'm going to take and plug in. So I get 4x minus 2 times negative 3x plus 5, and that equals 10. So now I'm going to distribute. So I'm going to take the negative 2 times negative 3x. That's going to give me a positive 6x. Negative 2 times a positive 5, that's going to get me a negative 10, and that equals 10. Then I'm going to combine my like terms. So I get 10x minus 10 equals 10. I'm then going to add 10 to both sides. So 10x is equal to 20. I'm going to divide by 10. So x equals 2. So now we take this and we're going to plug it back in. So now we have y equals negative 3 times 2 plus 5. So I took the x out, I put the 2 in. So now I simply work that out. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6 plus 5, and that's going to give me y is negative 1. And that would be my solution. Now remember also, you could check any of these at any point by simply plugging the ordered pair back into the two equations, and it should make both of those equations true. All right, so now on this problem here, you'll notice it says y equals 2x minus 4 and y equals 3x minus 10. So what we're going to do is it says y equals that, so we're literally just going to take that, substitute it in. So 2x minus 4 is equal to 3x minus 10. At this point, we start to solve. So I'm going to minus my 2x, because remember, we need to get our x's to the same side of the equation. 3x minus 2x is 1x. Then I'm going to add my 10 to both sides. So that gets me 6 is equal to x. Then I take, and I'm going to plug the 6 back into my equation. So y is equal to 2 times 6 minus 4. So 2 times 6 is 12 minus 4. So y is equal to 8. So my ordered pair that is a solution is 6, 8. And the last one here, it tells me that y is equal to this. So I'm going to take this, plug it in for the y. So I get 1/2 x plus 3 is equal to 3/2 x minus 5. At this now, I'm going to get my x's to the same side. So I'm going to minus 1/2 x. That leaves me with 3 equals 3/2 minus 1/2 is 2/2, which is 1x minus 5. Then I'm going to simply add my 5 to both sides, and I get x equals 8. So that's part of my solution. So now I take that, plug it in for the x. So y equals 1/2 times 8 plus 3. So half of 8 is 4. 4 plus 3, that gives me 7. So my ordered pair would be 8, 7. And that's how you solve a linear equation system using the substitution method.